Welcome back to the second part of my 2024 Advent Calendar Greetings card video. It has been July, August, 3 months, yeah. Well, 2.5 months since I recorded the video that you may have seen last week, which is part 1, where I showed you the main image which is on the front of the Advent calendar and also a little bit about the collaging process for the collages on the inside. Hey Winnie! Anyway, the Advent calendars arrived in, I think it was the end of July, so they've been in my studio for quite a long time. It's actually really hard to squeeze everything in because I've got the new design and then the past 2 years' designs, and I have to order them in big quantities to keep the cost down per unit. So yeah, I feel a little bit claustrophobic in my studio at the moment. So I got up to this stage in the last video. I had the final print and I was going to digitally add the beam of light coming from the lighthouse. I was pleased with this image and I was looking forward to seeing it on the Advent calendar. And then here is the actual Advent calendar. So yeah, I added the beam of light and created kind of a printerly texture on Photoshop. I'm not that good at Photoshop, but I can do basic things like that. So yeah, this is it. This is the 2024 Advent calendar design called Seaside. So it's blank inside, and yeah, it's a card. So of course it comes with an envelope. And I always put a little design on the envelope. For the first 2 years, I stamped this design by hand and it gave me blisters. I used a little lino block, but now I get them printed for me. So here's the shelled up from the main image on the envelope. The weather is such a contrast to when I was filming the first video because it is very wet today. So sorry if you can hear the rain hitting the window. I felt really nervous when the order arrived because I just wanted to make sure they're right, and also I needed to open all the windows to make sure the images were actually behind them and weren't misaligned, but it was fine, so that was all good. I feel like there's loads to show you in this video, like it's a bit overwhelming. If you're watching this on the day of release, then tomorrow, this Advent calendar plus 3 new prints and a new pack of bookmarks and a new pack of winter cards are going to be released onto my shop. So I'm going to show you them in this video. I'm also going to show you how I pack a wholesale order, because about an hour ago I received a wholesale order and it is the biggest order I have ever received in my shop, which is amazing. It's actually almost nearly double the second biggest order. It is a wholesale order from Cambridge Contemporary Art, and they have ordered, let me do the maths now, 3 times 75 Advent calendars. I think it's 245 Advent calendars, which is just a mind-blowing amount, and I really appreciate it because I really rely on wholesale orders, because basically I have to order these Advent calendars in really big quantities, and the reason I order in big quantities is so I can keep the price down for my customers, and wholesale orders allow me to shift quite a lot of the stock, which, yeah, if they weren't buying in big batches for wholesale orders, I don't think I could order in such big batches, and therefore the price would be higher for my customers. So before I go through what's going to be released tomorrow, I thought I'd show you packing a wholesale order. So luckily I was quite prepared, and I already had some bundles of 20 Advent cards packaged. I packaged them with cardboard just to keep them flat. So we've got 60 Seaside Advents prepped, 60 British Bird ones and 20 Moonlight ones. So I need to pack about 100 more. So I'm going to get going with that. I wrap the Advent calendars with a belly band, a tracing paper belly band, and then seal it with a sticker at the back. That took a long time getting all those packaged up. I'm really pleased that when I was a little bit less busy, I packaged up a load of Advent calendars in case they got any larger wholesale orders, so that's good. In 3 boxes, bird ones, moonlight ones and seaside ones. They're pretty heavy, but yeah, hopefully they'll get to Cambridge safely. So if you need an Advent calendar, you can always head to Cambridge Contemporary Art. So anyway, I need to show you through the rest of what I'm releasing tomorrow. So I'm going to sit down and show you now. Hey Vin. Right, I'm going to go through everything that's going to be released tomorrow. and yeah, hopefully not forget anything. So I'm going to start with the prints. So if you've watched my video about Chincolet, you would have seen me mention these Honesty prints. So there's this one which is the warm version, and there's this one which is the blue version, and they're going to be £60 each. They're on handmade paper. They all vary, as I mentioned in that video, because there's just a very handmade element to these, which is the paper's handmade, so each bit of paper is unique. Like this one has quite a big bit of yellow here, whereas none of the others will have that. And also sometimes the prints don't line up perfectly. So yeah, there's 25 of those and 25 of these. The dimensions will be on the listing so you can look at them, but they vary because it's handmade paper. And then we've got Ocean Composition 2. So I did a video back in maybe April where I printed on some confetti paper that Catherine had made me, and I released just 10 of this composition but in different colours. Sorry, Winnie's just scratching an itch. Now she's decided she's going to eat some food. Winnie, this isn't ideal. Anyway, there's 30 of these, and yeah, they'll also be £60. And this is the last time I'll use this composition, and probably the last time I'll use these blocks as well, because I've been using some of these for 3 years now in different compositions, and yeah, I feel like this could be the last print I do with them. So these prints aren't coming mounted because there are various ways you can frame this type of print on handmade paper, and I've actually included with each one a little card that says scan me, and if you scan it with your phone or just head to my website, it takes you to the framing tips page, and it talks you through the different options of how you might frame this type of print. And they come wrapped in glassine paper, and they're not mounted, and they don't come in the normal print sleeves. I didn't have any of that size, and also I think they look quite smart like this. So at the back there's the certificate and then the little card that tells you about framing. So next up, I have a new set of bookmarks that are going to be appearing on my shop. So I already have a set that I'm going to be probably discontinuing when they sell out, because they've been on there over a year now, and I like to keep things fresh if possible. We've got sunrise and sunset, badger and an owl, and then we've got fields and harvest mice. So yeah, really sweet selection of bookmarks on recycled paper. And yeah, just £2, so a nice little add-on to an order, maybe stocking filler type of gift. So next up, I'm going to show you my new winter cards. These are to match the new advent calendar, so they're seaside themed. So we've got a little puffin in the snow and a lighthouse at night. They're winter cards, so like you could use them as Christmas cards or just like seasonal cards. Hey Winnie, you're running around everywhere, aren't you? So yeah, these are 2 new cards. And then also, still on my shop, well, they actually came off my shop because I sold out last year, but I bought them back. So these are last year's winter cards, the badger and the owl, which were to match last year's advent calendar. I quite like it when things match like that. So yeah, I guess I need to show you the advent calendars in a bit more detail if you weren't here last year or the year before. So this is the British Birds one. I really like how colourful it is. As I mentioned last week, it's not like overly Christmassy. In fact, none of this is overly Christmassy, just like naturey really. Behind each window is a little British bird. If you don't want to see what's inside, look away now because I'm going to overlay a video just showing you what's in one of the windows. So yeah, this is great for bird lovers. This one's been really popular since it came out in 2022. And then next up, we've got the Moonlight Advent Calendar, and this is my most popular. It normally wins out over the bird one, but I actually prefer the bird one. I think people like the moon in this one, possibly the badgers. It does just sell that little bit better. I can never really predict these things, but this one does sell better. So behind each window in this advent calendar is a little moonlit scene, so maybe like an animal at night, or just like a landscape or a seascape. So yeah, they're all quite heavily themed, and this one's Moonlight. And then this year's, so you know all about this one by now, the Seaside Advent Calendar. Behind each window is a little collaged image of a seaside scene. I was going to give you some examples then, but I just thought it will give it away. There's only 24 images, so I don't want to show you any more than I have. But yeah, I'm really excited to release this one see how it goes down. It's quite a lot of pressure when you have to order huge quantities, and you hope they'll sell, otherwise it's going to be a really crowded studio for the next year. All the advent calendars are printed on recycled cards. 25p from each sale goes to charity. You can look at the fundraising page of my website for more details. And they're printed in the UK, so as sustainable as I could get them. Just a couple more things. First of all, I always send a little note card with orders, and I've got a new one printed that I'm really excited about because it matches the advent calendar. And yeah, I just think it's really sweet. So these will be going out with most of the orders. If you order one of the new advent calendars, you'll get one of these with a little thank you note on the back. And also, to go with the new advent calendars, I've got a matching bookmark to put in orders as well. So as I said, I like it when things match, and I just think that is just really satisfying to see them all together like that. And lastly, hopefully this is lastly, because otherwise I've forgotten something, I have printed some little wood engravings of a shell, and I'm going to give them away free in orders. So in order to get one of these wood engravings, you need to order 4 or more advent calendars. So that could be like 4 seaside advent calendars or 2 badger, 2 bird, like mix and match. This is only going to be valid on orders during the pre-order. After that, you won't get a free shell print if you order 4 or more advent calendars. So the launch will be on Thursday, the 19th of September, which is like a totally random day seemingly. But basically, the weekend after, I'm going to be doing a show, the Malvern Autumn Show, and I need to release the advent calendars before in order to have time to package them up. And for me, it just works best. That's just the day I've chosen, but it is a really random day. They're going to be released at 11 in the morning. Is that thunder? Feels very wintry at the moment. 11 a.m. Is it British summertime? I think it is. We haven't changed the clocks yet. So yeah, 11 a.m. If you're subscribed to my newsletter, you'll get an email with a link, and if you click the link, it will take you to all these products, and you can purchase them. Oh my god, it's just started raining so heavily. I just got up to check dates because I didn't know what time. That is torrential. At least winter's coming, ready for advent calendars. So anyway, if you are watching this between the 19th of September and the 30th of September, and you want to get access to these listings, just sign up to my newsletter, and in the welcome email that I think you get about 20 minutes after you sign up, I'll make sure the link's in there so you can sign up after the date things are released. So all these listings will go live for everyone on the 30th of September if you didn't sign up to the newsletter, but I can't guarantee things won't sell out. The advent calendars won't sell out, but the prints could. So the reason I'm doing a pre-order is because last year I released my advent calendar and it was crazy, and I had so many orders, which I was really grateful for, but it was so stressful. I'm only one person and I was trying to get them out on time, and it was really hard. So I thought this year I'll release them as a pre-order for about 10 days, and there'll be dates that will tell you that's some thunder and lightning going on. And it will tell you on the newsletter when to expect your parcel to be dispatched. It just takes pressure off me. I think it's going to work well that way. It's been a journey doing this advent calendar. It always is quite a task. But I'm excited because I've ordered 2 blocks that are going to make my next design, which I've already sketched out. I need to finalise, but yeah, I'm just really excited about it. It's completely different to these 3. And in about a year's time, hopefully I'll be sitting here showing you that one. You've always got to plan ahead. When things take this long, you just got to keep moving. So thanks for watching. I'll leave my website in the description so you can head there and sign up to my newsletter if you haven't already. And if you have any questions, leave them in the box below.